Matt, have you gotten a win this season?
I have, and we are live.
What, like talking? Like?
Yeah, we're live, man. We're talking.
Oh, okay. Good
There we
evening,
go.
everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Rebels Racing League All-Star Open. I was a little caught off guard there. I thought we were getting a countdown, but I guess not. Joined up here in the booth with Matty Geis and the Michigan winner from the Season 2 trucks, Garrett Kinder. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good, Coach. Looking forward to this. Love this track. It's going to be some good multi-groove racing, I think, especially with this new update that came out. So we'll see how it goes.
Matt, what are your thoughts on the race here at Auto Club Speedway?
It should be a good time. Multi-groove racing, 3 and 4 wide. All about the tires and pit strategy. And yeah, it should be fun. Can't wait for it.
So have you guys actually run a race here at Auto Club? Because I have not. And I just drove a few practice laps, and man, it is flat.
I don't think I've ever raced here before in officials, but I've done maybe some fun runs and whatnot here. It is a good time. You can definitely find speed in different places all the way around the track. So it'll be interesting to watch.
Well, just taking a glance here at some qualified times, they're probably just still on their up to speed lap. Carrie Moore, Spencer Gay out in front so far. Do you have any idea on what maybe a fast qualified time lap would be here?
If we're going by practice, I think anywhere in the low 41s.
That's about what I was thinking too.
If you can hit a 40.9 something, I'd be very impressed. But I think low 41s is going to be a pretty burner lap around here.
Yeah, I glanced, like you said, through the practice times. There was a lot of 41 and 41.1s down in that area. I'm sure some of that's draft, but as we kind of get things sorted out here, we'll see what the lineup's going to be. For those of you guys that are not aware, this is our All-Star Open. This is for anybody that has not won a Rebels League truck race.
It's any race. It's any race. Yeah, any race. Cup, truck, Xfinity, dirt.
Correct. And then one winner, the winner, I should say, will join the All-Star race tomorrow, and that is going to be at, I believe, 9 o'clock Central, just like tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there.
I believe that's correct. Yes, it'll be over on Intensity Broadcasting.
Yep. So I'm assuming both you guys will be in on that as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I will be there, just trying not to screw anybody up. It's also going to be a money race, correct? It's going to be a prize for the winner.
Yeah, there's some various prizes that have got sent down. Many of the members of the league, they post basically different challenges. Of course, you have money for the winner, but I know for one that we put up ourselves, Reaper Racing, $15 to the pole. I believe there's a Mr. Irrelevant prize. Whoever gets the last place in the race will come with a little bit of money. In honor of Mission 22 for our veterans, the leader at lap 22 is going to get a little bit of money, and I believe leader at halfway is getting a little bit of money as well. So, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of money handed out tomorrow night during the All-Star race, which is it's a pretty cool thing to see.
Should be a good time. Well, things are starting to kind of ramp up here. Looks like so far we're halfway through the qualifying session, and Todd, I'm going to mess his name up without a doubt. Scott? That's a new one.
Todd Schott, sounds good to me.
Todd Schott sounds good. Sitting at the pole right now. Reaper Racing's own Sam Wetstein in second, Joshua Sexton in third, and Tanner Marr in fourth. A lot of names that I recognize. A lot of fast drivers up towards the front. This is going to be a loaded race for it being an All-Star Open. The people that haven't won the race.
Oh, absolutely. As much as everybody looks forward to the actual All-Star race coming up tomorrow, there's a lot of guys in here that, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. They get top 3s, top 5s on a regular basis. And tonight they're going to get their chance to shine and see if they can snag that win and get in the race tomorrow. So it's going to be fun to watch. There are going to be some guys absolutely digging it out. And I'm already looking forward to the end of the race. I can only expect it's going to be pretty wild.
So give us a little bit of a breakdown, if you can, Garrett, on just kind of the race overview. We got 75 laps. Is that going to be a one fuel stop?
I believe they're running 60% fuel, but I think
70%.
they're only running 70%. But Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is a 60 lap race, isn't it? It's not.
I
No, it is
believe.
75.
Yeah, I bumped it up to 75 just to make it
Okay.
a little more exciting. And then,
The flyer lies to me.
yeah, I've been updating some stuff and just giving people another quick rundown. We run a street stock series on Monday night, dirt on Tuesday. Then we were over with our friends at Thunderstruck for tour mods and SLM on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday night, Xfinity, followed by an ARCA series. Saturday night, we have our Cup series. Sunday night, we have 2 truck series. So any winner or any champion from any of those series will be in the All-Star race tomorrow night. The guys you see here tonight are racing for the last spot in that race. And there you go.
I tell you what I'm anxious to see, with me being one of the commissioners on the dirt series, I want to see some of these dirt guys come over here and mix it up on a big asphalt oval, especially at a place like Auto Club where you can kind of hang it out on that high side. I know Zach Nutter's one of those guys that he'd hop in street stock races on Monday nights every once in a while, and you could not get him off that high line. So I want to see how well it works for some of these dirt guys, see if it translates over, especially on old tires. You can really start dirt tracking around these tracks. So I'm pretty anxious to see how that goes.
It's going to be 75 laps. That's 150 miles. Oh, that's horrible math. No, that is correct. I'm trying to figure out the mileage. 150 miles. They're only going to get 1 fast repair. They're going to have 3 sets of tires. How much do you think tires are going to play a factor here? Are they going to go quick?
Tires are going to be everything here. Guys that can manage tires, you're definitely going to see them shine. Of course, the guys that manage tires tend to fall back a touch at the beginning of the race, but you'll definitely see them shining through because tires are a premium here. Because like you said at the start, it's a flat track. It's wide, multi-groove racing, so picking and choosing your lines, when to be aggressive, when to kind of lay off and maybe save a little bit of that right front. I would be more concerned with my right rear here just because I tend to drive off my right rear more than anything. But yeah, tires are going to be huge.
Well, we're about 2 minutes away from gridding up here. Looks like Todd Schott is still the pole leader. Sam Wetstein still in second. Sexton in third. Moore in fourth. Necula in fifth. I don't know if these guys here at the back are just starting at the back or if they're just late to qualify. I can't imagine starting at the back is too big of a negative here. Can you?
Well, with the tires being such a premium, it's something that it's a gamble. You know, you're trying to stay out of trouble, but to get to the front, you're gonna have to eat more tires than the guys up front that are trying to save. So it's a balancing act starting in the back. But if the guys that are back there, looks like Eddie Morris might be starting back there, Magic Man or Hitman Manzo, Gene Watkinson, Jamie Tweed. I'm really anxious to see how Jamie Tweed does. He's been putting on a good show for a while. Looks like maybe he might have got a little loose on his qualifying lap as he came in at a 43.387.
Surprised Jason Warren's still back there in the back. You know, he had same with Eddie Morris. They had a couple of decent qualified times. Morris would be, assuming now if that wasn't on the if that wasn't a draft lap in his practice session, he'd be sitting on the pole. So like you said, it's going to be kind of interesting to see if that's really their strategy is to hang out the back.
Well, I know Jason Warren, he's not actually going to be running tonight. Looks like he's going to be running race control for us along with Josh Oswald.
Okay.
So big shout out to those guys. They're a huge help. Just kind of keeping everything in order, making sure everybody gets their T's crossed and I's dotted and everything. And some breaking news coming across the iRacing text chat right now. The winner of tonight not only gets a berth into the All-Star race tomorrow night, but Five Kings Motorsports has put up a $30 prize for the winner of tonight's race. So that's something else to look forward to for these guys.
This is going to be one interesting finish for sure. They're going to be pushing and bumping, and I can't wait for it. So yeah, it looks like the grid is set. Todd Schott's going to be our pole setter with Sam Wetstein to his outside. Josh Sexton will be in third. Chris Malcolm to his outside. Tanner Marr, a frequent front runner in the modified series, is going to be in fifth. Jesse Necula in sixth. Aaron Adcock and Joey Buscemi. Is that correct? I feel like I've said his name 100 times.
That is correct.
Nice. Very nice. I'm coming around. Those guys on the fourth row. Jason Day and Carrie Moore on the fifth row. Spencer Gay in 11th. Mickey Isaac in 12th, excuse me. Chuck Feltz in 13th. Joaquin Meza in 14th. The next row, Kyle Roberts and Chud Bassett, followed by Brandon Wallace and Jamie Tweed, Gene Watkinson and Hitman Monzo. And then I'm going to assume, since Jason Warren is race control, it's going to get a little weird. Going to get a little weird from there, I guess. Well, those guys there at the back end will sort themselves out. Is there anybody that you have your eye on? Maybe a name that we haven't talked about a whole lot over the races?
All these guys in here are names that have popped up many times across different races. So I don't have anybody that sticks out just immediately. There's a lot of guys showing speed out here tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. I don't have anybody that I'm going to pick and put the commentator's curse on, especially with a $30 bounty on the line.
That's probably good. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Oh, yeah, that was... I like the way that Garrett handled that. He handled that very well. It's probably going to be cussing me later on, but it'll be all right.
Got to be diplomatic around here, man.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Let's see here. We are at the grid. Not sure what the time is here. I'm assuming pace car will be taking off pretty quickly as we pull up. There's the starting grid right there for you. Like we said, Todd Schott and Sam Wetstein will be up at the front. Once again, kind of break things down for you guys. This will be 75 laps. They get 3 sets of tires and only 1 fast repair. And like we said a minute ago, the winner of this race will get a $30 prize and also be into the All-Star race tomorrow, where there are a multitude of prizes to pick from. And pace car is rolling off pit road now. I'm going to assume on this track will be 1 to go green here.
Yeah, a big 2-mile oval like this. I'm assuming this will be a single pace lap, and we'll get racing. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this all weekend. I was thrilled, believe it or not, whenever Garrett texted me and said these guys needed a broadcaster. I was all over it. I knew this race tonight was going to be loaded with good drivers, and the fact that it's only one opportunity to get into the All-Star race and now a $30 prize. It's going to be exciting. And it seems like, I don't know, maybe if it's just a thing with me and Garrett, but it seems like every time we've had a race that we've called a race, it's been down to the wire. Great racing. So I'm hoping the streak continues.
Oh, absolutely. And even whenever the green flag stretches get long and they maybe get spread out a little bit, we still have a good time up here. Hopefully y'all stick around. We're not the primary broadcasters for Rebels Racing Network, but I think we do an all right job filling in. Hopefully y'all stick around.
All right, here we go. Coming around turns 3 and 4. I'm assuming just like all other Rebels Racing races, the initial start will be on the green flag. Everything after that will be on the leader. The pace car is off, waiting for the green to be in the air. There it goes, and we are underway. 75 laps here at Auto Club Speedway. Only 1 winner getting the $30 grand prize.
Let's see how much they fan out going into one here. Cold tires might be a little loose, but we'll see how aggressive these guys are right off the start, see if they can grab that lead and maybe hold on to it. Jesse Nakula digging hard behind Sam Wetstein right now.
Yeah, it seems like there's kind of a couple different lines. You got some people running the high line, running the low line. Looks like, who is that? I get these numbers. There's Joey Bashimi kind of running that middle line. Now as he dumps down to the bottom, it looks like.
I can only imagine that once these tires
got to spin. Someone spin.
Got a spinner. Got Sam Wetstein sideways, loose, coming back down across the track.
Tanner Moore goes into the wall.
And they're still spinning, still wrecking.
Caution's out. And I would be very shocked if some fast repairs were not used right here. Looked like Sam Wetstein just got going on that corner a little bit too quick. Spun out, overcorrected a little bit. And it was all downhill from there. See if we can run that back really quick.
Looks like he just got to digging on that outside lane and maybe got a little bit loose. Tried to save it a couple times.
Oh, he was sliding for a while there, wasn't he?
Couldn't hold on to it.
Oof.
Looks like the 08 of Tanner Moore got tied up in it. The 8 of Joey Buscemi. Tanner Moore tried to hold on to it. Looks like he came back down across the track, trying to stay saved. Couldn't get it done. Ended up collecting Chuck Feltz and a few others. So definitely going to have some people coming in getting that fast repair pretty early on.
Take a look over at pit lane, see if we see any cars coming down there.
That's a scary view for Tanner Moore right there. Seeing a truck coming head on with you. A truck car, as our colleagues over at Intensity Broadcasting like to call it all the time.
Can't quite get the glimpse of who that is on pit road just yet. That looks like, yeah, it's gonna be the 8 car Joey Bashimi on pit road.
So that's going to be a big shakeup because a lot of that happened at the front of the field. So the guys that were guys that qualified up front, some of them are going to be towards the back now. See if they can dig their way back up through the field.
So if you're one of those guys that burns their fast repair on the first lap here, do you have to play it really cautious for the rest of the race?
Well, yes and no. You play it cautious to the point where you need to. But the same exact thing happened to me last night in the Xfinity race. Lap 1 spin out. I got tangled up in it and kind of hung back for the first, half of a green flag run, and then started pushing your way up. These guys are going to have to really find the balance between safety and pushing for that win so they can get in tomorrow. Of course, this is a non-points paying race, so basically it's going to be checkers or wreckers for a lot of these guys. They're going to have to send it.
Saw a number of people come off pit road there. Looks like 4 different people on pit road, and that was just there at the end. So I think total. Oh, there's 5, 6, 7 cars on pit road now. So like you said, most of that being up at the front, that's going to be a huge shakeup for those guys. The back half of the pack. I'm gonna assume
a lot of
we
people
are.
just made up some positions.
I'm gonna assume we are 2 to go green here. If I was guessing. Looks like the lights are still in the pace car. So as we kind of reset this here, Todd Schott still in the lead. Was able to stay out of that mix. Josh Sexton will be in second. Surprisingly, Sam Wetstein's still in third. He was the one kind of sparked all of that, but still in third place. I wonder if he's got full power. He had a lot of hits right there. It'd be surprising if he didn't take any damage.
Looks like he may have just a touch of rear end damage, so it may not be too bad. This is a pretty aero dependent track though that keep you from getting loose. He's got a little bit of front damage as well, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can keep pace. He's probably wanting to hang on to that fast repair for as long as he can before he absolutely has to come take it. It's a strategy.
So we are 1 to go green here, it looks like. That'll be, again, Todd Schott on the inside with Josh Sexton to his outside. Chuck Felt's a lap down and Tanner Moore 2 laps down. So they'll have to battle back. We'll see if they get some lucky dogs.
About to go back green here.
Green flag in the
out.
air.
Pretty even jump across the board with Todd Schott and Josh Sexton. Got Aaron Adcock running on the outside of 98 of Sam Wetstein. Aaron Adcock, I believe he got P2 at the Dover race in the truck, so he's somebody to watch out for as well.
Yeah, I think Wetstein does have a little bit of damage there. It looks like he was a little bit slow right there.
They're going to take him 3 wide, high and low, see if they can. He's going to get hung out to dry a little bit. See if everybody can navigate it pretty well. See if they can get some heat in these tires before they start racing really aggressive. As he looks on the inside of Joaquin Meza, he may not be as underpowered as we think.
Yeah, Joaquin Meza there in the yellow car, the yellow 42 car, dipping down to the inside. Sexton and Schott just kind of all alone by themselves up there in front. I'm sure they're happy to see that. Got a huge pack. It looks like about 7 cars, about a second behind them.
There's already some excellent racing going on throughout the field. People making passes on the high side, low side. It's something to watch here. We look at the 01 of Mickey Isaac, looking on the outside of the 084. Can't exactly remember who that is off the top of my head, of Carrie Moore. Mickey Isaac going to try and get that big run off the top side. He gets into the wall a little bit, see if he can stay out of trouble. Checking up behind him, Jesse Nicola finds his way to the low lane to make his way around. That was a good old pucker moment right there for the 0-1 of Mickey Isaac.
Yeah, we're starting to see some separation up there, kind of with the top 6 or 7 drivers. You got Schott and Sexton up there running 1-2. Then a full second behind them is Meza and Adcock, and then it just kind of, it's not a whole lot of pack racing going on here. I'm curious to see if they can get bunched up and pull a draft together and make a good push back up to the front. But Schott and Sexton are just pulling away from everybody right here. As Schott looks to actually duck to the inside up there at the front. He's got a run on his inside. He might have a chance to clear him here.
Looks like Sexton making a big run
There he
inside
goes.
here.
Sexton to the front.
Sexton to the point.
Meza getting a run and closing the gap behind him. Meza started at 14th. He's our big mover of the moment, coming up 9 spots. These guys are looks like they're going to get linked up.
Yeah, they got a 3-car breakaway right now that those guys are looking pretty strong early on. We'll see if they're burning tires or they're just showing flat-out speed.
Schott peeking to the inside. Can't quite get any speed down there. It doesn't look like. Meza's going to pull in behind Schott. It'll be interesting to see behind Sexton. It'll be interesting to see if Schott stays down there, if he tries to get back to the high side. So early on, can you tell, is there more speed on one line than the other?
Exit speed, you're definitely going to have more speed coming off the high side, but I can't tell you for tire saving wise which way is going to be better than the other for sure right now. But you can only tell that as a run wears on. We'll see if Joaquin Meza can make it work on the outside of Todd Schott right now.
Taking a look back at this second pack of about 6 cars, it looks like, trying to sort of get a line going there. Looks like Sam Wetstein kept his power up, surprisingly. I really didn't think he'd be able to. Right there with the 23 of Aaron Adcock. Chris Malcolm looks like he's the leader of this pack. Or he was the leader of the pack.
Looks like for the most part everybody's single filed out. They're just looking to maybe, of course, till they go into the turns, then they fan out like crazy. But whenever they come out and get on the straightaways, everybody's staying in pretty much a straight line, not really digging too hard at the moment. Maybe trying to save little tires. We got the 11 of Spencer Gay. Look on the inside of Sam Wetstein right now. Sam Wetstein in the 7th position right now. Can't quite clear him. Sam's going to come back on the outside just a touch. I think Sam's hurting just a little bit still. He should have had more speed than that, as he's going to have somebody else going on his inside here.
Well, outside of that first incident on the first lap, everything's been clean so far. 7 green flag laps. And it doesn't seem like anybody's really pushing the issue too much. I say that this second pack back here is starting to get a little bit close together. It's like that Sam Wetstein and Kyle Roberts kind of got nose to bumper right there. Out in the front of that pack is, I believe, Chris Malcolm.
I got a chance to talk to Kyle Roberts a little bit before the race, and he thinks he figured out a way to really make it difficult to pass. They're possibly fixing to go. They're 3 wide, maybe 4 here in just a moment. They are 3 wide right now with Kyle Roberts on the outside. Looks like Aaron Adcock in the middle and Sam Wetstein on the bottom. I believe Kyle Roberts going to come out ahead on this one as Joey Buscemi sneaks up to the back bumper of Aaron Adcock.
Take a peek back up to the front. Josh Sexton out to the lead. Joaquin Meza in second behind him, and Todd Schott third behind him. Again, Joaquin Meza clearly the big pusher so far of the race, from 14th all the way up to second, but a lot of race left. It'll be interesting to see where the fuel window lies. I would think it would be probably around lap 50 to 60, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that sounds about right, around 50 to 60. So you're going to at least need one pit stop for this race, but tires may dictate that you need to take more. There's big move right there. Who was that?
Is there ever a time for you where you come in for a pit stop purely for tire's sake, even though knowing you're going to have to come in and pit again for fuel at some other point in the race?
I would not pit until I hit my fuel window, but after that, then it's all about feel. If you feel that tires are going to be more beneficial, then absolutely come in, take 4 freshies, maybe catch a caution, and end up sitting pretty.
Well, if they keep racing like this, we're going to have a long green flag run, it looks like. Up at the front, they're kind of spaced out. You got a little 3-car grouping behind them, another 3-car grouping behind them, and I mean, it's just very scattered about. Even at the back of the pack, everybody's racing pretty well. I'm really impressed. I thought at the start of the race that things were going to be just caution filled, but things have started to sort themselves out. Especially considering that some of the leaders dropped to the back right off the bat. So these guys up at the front, like we talked about, Mesa starting in 14th, Carrie Moore starting in 10th, he's in 4th. Spencer Gay was in 11th. It's crazy. It's just a total flip flop of starting positions.
Looks like Eddie Morris has a bit of a traffic jam in front of him as he's trying to navigate through some traffic. Let's see if we can get on board with Mr. Morris and see what kind of line he's running. See if we can cue that up. Looks like he's going to be running the high line, run off the bumper of the 38 of Jamie Tweed at the moment. He's going to stay tucked in there as much as he can, get the old gyro camera going. Love to see that action. A little bit of snaking down the backstretch there. And it appears that they stay not completely wide open, but they might burp the throttle a little bit and get right back into it. So these guys are out here digging. It's a good thing to see. Eddie Morris is still working on the 38 of Jamie Tweed. Might be trying to get a run on him on the outside here as he's sneaking up closer and closer. We'll see if Tweed can sneak back up in front of him.
Go ahead.
Tweed's going to stay down the low side as now Eddie Morris is back behind, I believe that's the 29 of Jesse Nicola, who I did not know, but apparently has a little bit of right rear damage.
Taking a look up at the front of the paddock once again, Josh Sexton just starting to pull away a little bit. He's got his gap up to a half a second over Joaquin Meza and a full second over Todd Schott in 3rd. And then the 4th place pack kind of back behind them, the gap is 3.5. So those guys up in the front 3 running smooth, looking pretty so far, but a lot of race left. Like we said, a pit stop is going to be necessary at some point, even if a caution doesn't come out. So a ton of racing left to go. I mean, anything can happen. Only 16 laps through so far, so not even a third of the way through the race. It'll be interesting to see if anything shakes up without a caution. If anybody finds something kind of in these later laps, different line or something with their tires or something like that.
With a heavy tire wear track, what's going to end up happening is there's going to be somebody that happens at every race. Somebody's going to come into pits early and short stop it and kind of force the hand of the other guys, where that guy's going to be making up a lot of lap time with still having sets of tires left in the pits. So if a caution comes, he'll be able to make that time back up. So whenever the pit cycles start rolling around, you'll really see some pit strategy play in, and it's going to be interesting to watch and see who can kind of play the chess game. I know you're a chess player. You enjoy playing chess.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's all about strategy. You got to think ahead, think about what the guys in front of you are going to do, what the guys behind you are going to do, and hopefully get it done. It looks like, the 11 of Spencer Gay was up in the wall there.
Yeah, there was a couple of guys kind of flirting with the wall up on that high side. Like we talked about. Oh, man. He got a little close to Jason Day right there. I wonder if Spencer's kind of losing some power. It seems like everybody's just flying by him right here. Kyle Roberts speeding up ahead.
Well, I know whenever you get into that wall, they just tend to grab a hold of you, and it's like hitting the brakes. It really slows you down. You lose a lot of momentum when you get into that wall. It takes about a half a lap to get your speed back up and running. As now you can see that Spencer Gay is now reeling back in, coming underneath the 35 of Kyle. As he's looking to take it 3 wide and make that position back in a hurry. Dials it in deep. Makes a power move on the inside.
He made it run.
That's an impressive move.
Comes Chad Bassett to the back of that pack on the high line. Looks like they got a good run up on that high side. He's linked up with Jason Day and Kyle Roberts. Chris Malcolm going to take the high side also. Kind of trying to lead, who was that? Spencer Gay down the low side. But Spencer Gay's making it stick down there.
My big concern is how much tire he's eating up by staying on that low side and still holding speed. As he finds his way to the high side, hopefully preserve a little bit of tire.
Back up at the front, still kind of business as usual for them. Sexton first, Meza now a full second behind him. Todd Schott still in 3rd, 1.7 behind him. That's kind of the boring part of the race. Surprisingly, is the top three. When you look, it's interesting to see. You look at 1, 2, 3 separated by 2 seconds, where fourth, all the way down to 16th separated by no more than 4 seconds. See if we have any more big movers. Our biggest movers so far: Joaquin Meza from 14th to 2nd, Chud Bassett from 16th to 6th, and Eddie Morris from 24th to 16th. Looks like that's about it. Kyle Roberts from 15th to 8th. That's a pretty good jump also. That early caution has got to be starting to make Tanner Marr, Hitman Monzo, and Chuck Phelps kind of feel sick right now. Early on, like we talked about with that first caution coming out on lap 1, I thought, it's plenty of time for them to catch some lucky dogs. The longer this race goes on, the less they've got to, the less comfortable they got to feel. Chuck Phelps is actually, I don't believe, on the track. Oh, no, there he goes. He just respawned in on me. It'll be a race to get that lap back, one that Tanner Marr's currently got a big lead in. He'll be the first one to get his lap back if a caution comes out. We're on lap 20 of 75 here. Kind of reset this for you. We got 75 laps, so 55 to go. Josh Sexton out in front, just pushing that gap out more and more. He's almost at 2 full seconds ahead of Joaquin Meza and Todd Schott. But a pit stop looming at some point in the future. The question is going to be, when does it come out? We take a look back here at Carrie Moore, who's starting to pull in Todd Schott, make a push for third place. Peeking in on the high side of Todd Schott. Joey Bashimi kind of trying to get a run. Also, he's only a half a second back from that pack. Todd Schott,
I think you'll really see some of these guys that are that maybe stayed a little bit tired, that they're going to start pushing forward. Maybe some of these guys up front that got this huge lead, they might have ate their stuff up a little too quick, maybe banking on some of those cautions like the lap down cars were, and might not have played out for them too well.
Yeah, Carrie Moore looking to try to get a run on the high side. He might have it. He's got some speed, starting to pull ahead of Todd Schott. This will be the first time for that Schott to fall out of the top 3 at any point in this race. Moore's got him cleared. Be interesting to see if he stays on that high side or not. Looks like he's dipping back down to the midline.
Looks like we're going to have a taker on pit road. Looks like on race column 29 Jesse Nekula is going to be making a pass down pit road this time around. A little early, I think, for green flag pits, but he's got company with him.
Well, we talk about it all the time. Whenever pit stop starts happening, it seems like so often that caution flag looms not too long after it, and that could change things. But with that being said, you guys in the Xfinity race had, 114 green laps yesterday?
110, 111, something like that. Yeah, it was a long green flag stretch, and it was an absolute blast.
Insanity. That's a long run by any standard for sure. So who all came down pit lane right there? Looks like Gene Watkinson, Jesse Negula, Kyle Roberts. I think it was just those 4, it looks like.
Well, now you've got the 051 of Joshua Sexton on pit road, Gene Watkinson on pit road, Joaquin Meza and Mickey Isaac making their way down.
So you've got to think they're within their fuel window, which would make you think that a full tank gets you about probably 55 laps, 50 to 55 laps.
Meza parks it sideways in his box. Let's see if they can get a good pit stop in.
Oh, that's interesting.
Coming across race comms, it's about to be a busy place on pit road. We've got the 98, the 23, the 11. Everybody and their dogs fixing to be coming down pit road.
Yeah, Meza had to
for Mr. Feelgoods.
Meza had to back it up to get it going the right way. He's going to lose a little bit of speed off of pit lane right there.
See the 084 of Carrie Moore making his way down pit road. Let's see if he can get a clean stop in as Meza works his way back up to speed.
Todd Schott staying out so far, enjoying that lead again. I think he lost the lead pretty early on, probably lap 2 or 3 if I were guessing. But right to his insides, Joey Bashimi. Joey Bashimi might push to the lead right here. They're side by side coming into the turn.
8's pitting this time by, just came across, so Bashimi to pits. Jason Day coming to pits this time around.
I thought we were going to get some good racing between Bashimi and Schott, but Schott's going to stay out.
Well, this is just a good race. And watching pit strategy play out is a wonderful thing to see. That's 90% of what that Xfinity race was yesterday, and I'm glad to see it transfer over to this tonight.
So if a caution came out right here, that would cause a catastrophe of mess, if I'm not mistaken. You've
There
got
would be quite a few people trapped a lap down, that's for sure.
Mesa would be a lap down. Roberts, Nekula, Mickey Isaac all a lap down. Tanner Moore would get his, would be the lucky dog, and he would. Oh, excuse me, no, he wouldn't, because they're all 2 lap down. My apologies. They would actually get trapped 2 laps down. So would not be good. That's for certain. That might be exactly what Schott's banking on. Brandon Wallace now one of our biggest movers. He's from 17th to 2nd. Looks like Schott's going to pit this time by, so he'll give up the lead.
He'll surrender the lead to the 99 of Brandon Wallace. I like Brandon. I like running around him. He gives our head honcho, Matt Geis, a hard time, so love to see that. Matt, what do you think about seeing the 99 run up front there?
Oh, hey, I'll take it, man. He's a teammate of mine. He's one of my favorite guys in the league. He's been with us since day one. He's a heck of a lot of fun. Does a lot for the league. It's good to see him get some shine in that P1 spot.
Absolutely. As you can see on his quarter panel there, Geis Fairy Dust, and I believe he's also Geis Stripper Glitter. So if you need Fairy Dust or Stripper Glitter,
wait, come again?
Matt Geis. Yeah. Read the banners, man.
Well,
Read the banners.
We got a little secret there at Double Down Racing. We got this Stripper Glitter compound, and our tires tend to last a little longer. Although Brandon did take me out of the Dover race in lap 1, but we'll ignore that part.
Let bygones be bygones, man. Let it go. As he comes across the race comms, he'll be coming down pit road this time, sounds like. So look for him to pit, surrender the lead back to the 41-041 of Chris Malcolm.
Like I said, I'm just so nervous that a caution's going to come out and flip this race upside down. That would be just a disaster on all fronts. That happened to us in one of the Truck Series races early this year. I can't remember which one it was, but the same exact situation. We pitted a little bit early, and caution came out there at the end of the pit entrances, or of the pitters, and all but about 7 of us were trapped a lap down.
Well, it looks like the 041 of Chris Malcolm also pit, so put Joshua Sexton back to the point. Joaquin Mesa can still be in P2. Kyle Roberts must have had a hellacious pit stop. He's going to be, I think, after this cycle runs out, he's going to be up to P3. I believe he's pit already.
Who did you say you thought pit already?
Kyle Roberts.
Kyle Roberts did pit, yes.
So he had a pretty good pit stop there. As you're looking at our pit stop strategy stint link, that is a mouthful. You can see most people ran 25, 28, 26 laps on that original set, and just now starting a new one. As sure enough, Kyle Roberts cycles up to P3.
Yeah, Roberts pitted on lap 25, and he is back up to 5th place, so obviously a great run for him. Has Brandon Wallace pitted yet?
Brandon Wallace just came down.
Oh, he just came down. Okay.
Just came down.
Gotcha. Oh, I just got what y'all were talking about. See glitter, need glitter, see Matt.
Ooh,
right, I'm caught up.
Good bit of 3-wide racing there.
Woo! The
close. 23, the 8, and the 27, I believe it was, of Jesse Nekula. They got pretty close to contact there. They're all pushing for position right now.
All right, so kind of resetting this thing for you guys. We're almost halfway. With laps 33 of 75. Joshua Sexton in first, Joaquin Mays in second, Todd Schott back to third. Where's Sam Wetstein? Sam Wetstein back in 15th. He started at second, kind of had a spin out early on, and took a couple of guys and knocked them into the pits. But outside of that, it's been pretty calm racing. There hasn't been a whole lot of nervous, close calls or anything like that. Everybody's pretty spread out. So not quite the exciting bit of chaos we were expecting.
It's still early race yet. Still before halfway point. So I imagine that tires are still going to come into effect. I would not be surprised to see these guys maybe take another set. Some of these guys, especially in the back of the field, don't really have much to lose. Come in, take a set, and maybe catch a caution. So there's still some strategy to be played out. This is not over by any means, as we looks like Aaron Adcock will be working around the 75 of Chuck Phelps here pretty soon. Aaron Adcock's got a lot of speed. Matter of fact, there's another league that we run in. A lot of the Rebels we run over there, the Po-Man Truck Series, and 23 there, Aaron Adcock. He is the series or the season 2 champion over there. So I want to give a shout out to him. Big congratulations, and we'll see how he finishes up tonight. Maybe, just maybe, he can work his way into the All-Star race tomorrow night.
So he was the league champ. Oh, you said that was the Po-Man League. Okay.
Yeah, over there in Po-Man.
My brain is in spring break mode, not fully turned on here. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of close packs here. Kyle Roberts and Joey Buscemi looks like they're the only ones that are really side by side right now. Buscemi's to the inside of Kyle Roberts. Kyle Roberts got a good run right here. Had to check up to avoid running into Aaron Adcock, but they're 3 wide now going through the turn.
Looking for Kyle Roberts to have a big run off that high side as he pulls even. Some good side-by-side racing there is Roberts is going to have the advantage going into turn 1. Looks like Joey Buscemi is going to follow him up behind on the high side with Levita Spencer Gay going to try and get around the 75 with Chuck Phelps as well.
Got to think at some point things are going to get a little chaotic, you would think. But I don't know if anybody as of right now can catch Josh Sexton.
Josh Sexton is on rails, and he is a fast driver. He's been plagued with some pretty bad luck in some of these races where he's been running top 3, top 5, and bad luck fell upon him. So we'll see if he can seal the deal tonight and get a W and a berth into the All-Star race tomorrow night.
Wonder if these guys are more motivated by the money or getting into the All-Star race.
Well, I can tell you the All-Star race is a big Joaquin Meza up in the wall coming through. I believe that's turns 3 and 4. Lost a little bit of momentum. See if he can gain that back. Closest car behind him is going to be Todd Schott, and he's just a second or 2 behind. So Joaquin Meza, a little slip up, able to hold on his position. Hopefully he didn't get too much aero damage off of that wall contact. He can keep on rolling. It's good to see that 42 running up front.
Yeah, and I'm sorry about that, guys. I just spent about 20 laps trying to open my can of Copenhagen, but I think I'm good to go now.
That sounds like a Garrett Kidder problem right there.
That is priority, sir. Your priority is 100% in line. No need to apologize for that.
Oh, they tend to adult-proof those things, and I struggle with that.
Understand completely. I really do.
You guys and your tobacco products.
Looks like Spencer Gay is going to go 2 wide with the 35 of Kyle Roberts going into turns 1 and 2 here. So you can come out on top coming out of 2. Spencer Gay going to hold that middle line, drift up high, see if he can get a run. He's not going to have anything for Kyle, though. Kyle's running that high line. As I spoke before, whenever I told you Kyle said he'd found a way to make it difficult to pass, he said, hell, if you stick on that high line, it's hard for those guys underneath you to pass, and as you see right there, it works out for him. So look for Kyle Roberts to not only play defense, but hopefully get some good runs off that high side, as he is sporting the Matt, I think you might like that paint scheme. I believe it's one of your old retired schemes. So it's good to see that back out on the track.
Yeah, that's one I put out there for the public, and I'm surprised he found it, but that is pretty cool.
Looks like Sexton coming up on some lap traffic here. That is going to be the 111 car. Gene Watkinson ducks down to the low side. Lets him go ahead. No problems there.
There's one good thing about this league is that we are a mixed variety of skill sets, a mixed variety of not only skill sets but personalities as well. But everybody races fairly respectable.
Fairly.
fairly respectable. There's some guys here and there that get tangled up in some stuff, but it all gets worked out one way or the other. And good to see that Sexton didn't get held up there, as he's on absolute rails tonight. I'm running the blimp camera right now, watching him on my end, and there's not another truck in sight. He is out there on an island.
Yeah, I'm curious as to how much how much tire Sexton's putting, wearing down here.
Well, if you're watching his wheel input, he's not putting a lot into it, which leads me to believe he's doing a lot of steering with the throttle. So he may be really balancing out his tire wear between his right front and his right rear. As you can see, he just barely cranks it over to get it turned in, and then really able. It almost looks like he's power sliding through the turn. So he might be eating up some right rear, but at a track like this, that's, I guess, acceptable.
Taking a look at Sexton's lap times since his pit, only fallen off about 1/10 of a second a lap. I'm going to compare that to Mesa, for example. Mesa pitted a little bit earlier. His lap times are falling back quite a bit in comparison. So for the moment, Sexton could pull a huge lead right here.
Yeah, you got to figure some of these guys are they're really begging for a caution. So, when you get a guy that jumps out to like a 7.5 second lead like this, there's only one hope for you, and that's to re-rack it and try again.
Right. Driving and waiting for a caution, hoping for a caution, is the worst feeling.
And nobody more is wishing for a caution right now than the 01 of Mickey Isaac as he sits in lucky dog position. Absolutely. Hopefully he can get there before Sexton reaches the 40 of Eddie Morris. So Mickey Isaac can get that lucky dog, as he is the only car one lap down. Everybody else is 2 or more.
Yeah, Sexton just continuing to pull that lead further and further out in front. Back that second pack back behind him, Mesa to Bushimi, only separated by about a minute, or excuse me.
Kyle Roberts got in the wall there on the high side. Looks like it came up to bite him as Spencer Gay makes his way around.
Yeah, it looks like Mickey Isaac's got some pretty good left front, right front damage there too. So I can't remember who all got caught up in that wreck earlier, but he might be dealing with some damage issues there.
I cannot recall who got caught up in it either, but he does have a little bit, even some hood damage, so not looking just real great, but hopefully he can hang on and get that lucky dog, maybe come down and get a fast spare if he's got it left, and he can get to rolling. It looks like our lead broadcaster, Christian Coach Dedman, might be having some internet issues. He is disconnected from Discord and from the iRacing session. So, Matt, looks like it's me and you, bud.
Well, that's, I guess I got to talk a little more now. I was just going to let you guys do it.
Well, I'll be happy to have some help. Looks like the 8 of Joey Buscemi is looking on the inside of the 426 of Todd Schott. Is that his number?
Yeah, that is right. And they're, looks like they're all kind of catching up to Joaquin Meza now, too, because remember, he had a pretty good gap up there in his P2, but now you saw him slap the wall earlier, and he's starting to drop back here a little bit.
After he slapped the wall, he might be playing a little bit more timid and maybe trying to save a little bit more, maybe not trying to push so hard, but even up in front of him is Aaron Adcock. Just got a text message from Christian Coach Dedman. Says he just flat out lost connection. So having some internet issues, unfortunately. Maybe we'll be able to get him back in the booth here before too long.
Yeah, that's what happens when you live in Oklahoma. You guys need to come south to Texas.
That's very true. And we've got some fairly severe weather rolling through the area up here tonight, so that could be playing a factor. We'll run it through the field one more time. Looks like the 051 of Joshua Sexton has pulled a 8-second lead on Aaron Adcock in second place. Joaquin Meza in third. Todd Schott, the 426, fourth place. Joey Buscemi in fifth. So top 5 guys all running pretty well. Good to see Joey Buscemi up there running pretty good. And I still Joaquin Meza has made some of the best paint schemes I think that we have seen in this league. That is a sharp looking truck.
Yeah, man. I mean, he can design paints. He can build bots to help run our league. He can fix any computer issue you have. This guy is a magician.
We were talking about that in a little bit of pre-race whenever I was in there in the general voice chat, that this league really has it all. We've got painters, we've got racers, and now we've even got IT guys that if we've got a problem, we know who to go talk to, and that's the old 4-2 of Joaquin Meza. He's a wizard with that kind of stuff.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing?
We're joined by Season 1 Cup Series champion, Magic Mike Uribe in the booth. How are you, Magic Mike?
Hey, just doing good, man. I was just spotting for Phil the Hitman Manzo here, and I thought I'd pop in and say hi to you guys. Racing's going really good.
It's always nice to have a champion up in the booth. Matt, you're a former champion as well, Season 1 in the trucks. So what are y'all looking forward to out of this race?
I'm looking to see, it'd be nice to see somebody that really puts in all the time and all the effort in to, finally see a win, And also, I just wanted to let everybody know that Magic Mike Motorsports is matching the Five Kings Racing $30 with $30 also. So it's a total of $60 for the winner.
That's hot off the press, folks. $60 now to the winner, thanks to Magic Mike Motorsports.
Hot off the press. So I just thought I'd give that shout out. You guys doing a great job. It's been a great race. Everybody's pedaling hard. And I'll catch you guys later.
All right, Magic Mike, thank you for hopping in as we are starting. Looks like another maybe cycle of some green flag pit stops. Looks like the 051, the 42 are going to be making their way down pit road here soon. And I believe that was it the 111 of Gene Watkinson that was in before, Matt?
Yeah, it looked like the 111 missed his pit stall by about 3 spots and had to throw it in reverse. So I hope he didn't get DQ'd for that, because you know how iRacing is.
Absolutely. They're kind of sticklers about that for some strange reason.
But we do. Thanks, Mike, for jumping in there. That was awesome. I'm multitasking at my finest here. But yeah, we got the leader here finally hitting his pit stop. Green flag again. The second round of green flag stop, so it's just going to shake it up even more.
Absolutely. He surrendered the lead to the 23 of Aaron Adcock. It looks like Aaron Adcock and the 084 of Carrie Moore are going to be making their way down this time. So
it looks like they're kind of going about 25 laps, and then they're hitting anywhere around that mark here. It looks like the average.
Yeah, splitting the race into thirds. It's a good strategy. And how many? I can't remember what coach said at the beginning of the race. How many tires did they have behind the wall?
I believe I gave them 2 or 3. I can't remember now, and I'm the one that even built the session.
So a lot of these guys are coming in and taking their last set of tires. So they're banking on it staying green right here. That's what this strategy is. They bank on it staying green. The guys who stay out are maybe banking on a late race caution. They can come in, grab 4 Mr. Feelgoods, and make up some positions. Sounds like 52 of Jason A. Day is going to be making his way down as well.
Yeah, and this is a part of the race. I know if I'm racing, probably you too, Garrett, but if you're doing well and then we hit the green flag cycles, this is where my anxiety goes up, because I'm not sure when I want to pit. And then when I do, I always feel like there's going to be a caution that comes out that's going to burn me either way. They got away with it clean the first time around, so let's see if they can do it clean here the second time and run these last 23 laps or so.
100% green flag pit stops. I'm sure it's the same way with the guys that they're racing it in the Gander Series or the Xfinity Series or the Cup Series even. Green flag pit stops are stressful. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. As Aaron Adcock gets loose, see if he can save it. Oh, he drifts so. Oh, boy. Good save. Looks like Aaron Adcock is making his another pass down pit road here. That was an impressive save.
Yeah, that was a save. Did he just pit? Because if he did, then he's down here by accident after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just come down pit road the lap before and was getting up to speed. Lost it coming through 3 and drifted into pit road. Amazing. I think he got down to pit road speed in time. So I don't think black flags are going to be an issue for him. He's just going to lose some space, lose some track position off of getting loose.
Yeah, that's I might have just jinxed him. So that's exactly what I was talking about. Crazy stuff like that happens when you're doing green flag stops. And
That was crazy.
he was running second, I believe. So that's a tough break right there.
Yeah, he was running well up there. So tough break for the 23s. We got a car parked sideways on the exit of pit road, and the yellow comes out. There it is, Matt. The one that you were waiting on.
Oh boy, they're gonna hate me.
You called it out. That was all on the 33 Matt Geist. Y'all look for him tomorrow in the race, all right, guys? It wasn't on me, all right?
Yeah, you can wreck me, but you can't take my championship. Just remember.
That's right. That's right. I'm trying to figure out who was parked sideways down the end of pit road there.
I think that was the 426 that Todd shot. I'm about to run this back here.
Yeah, it looks like he was getting his pit stop taken care of. Gassed it up, broke him loose, and just couldn't ever get the tires underneath him, it seemed like. Come to a stop on the apron. There's what the yellow was for.
Yeah, he just was too antsy there, it looks like.
Just goosed it out.
And that's okay,
Well,
Todd.
that's going to shake some stuff up.
Like season 1, Michigan. Yours truly, I took the race lead, and about 4 laps after taking the lead, we had a yellow, hit the pit stop, and I spun myself out coming out of my pit stall. And that was the last time I led that race, so I can feel his pain, trust me.
Absolutely, and with so few laps left, we're coming, lap 54, I believe we're on now, or 55, so around 20 laps to go, and he's going to have some work cut out for him. And something I'm kind of surprised by, and we had touched on it earlier, the green flag pit stops that have a caution built into them, there's only 3 lead lap cars right now. Everybody else is a lap down. So if Brandon Wallace, Chris Malcolm, or Joey Buscemi stay out, or Jesse Decky, oh, no, there's a whole lot of people that are on the lead lap now that are getting sorted out. But looks like top 7 on lead lap. If any of those guys stay out, they're going to trap a lot of guys a lap down.
Yeah, that's true. They could have done that, but Brandon, I think, was pushing 30 laps there on that last run. So, but he played it smart. 'Cause he stayed out there. He had the lead, and then the caution came out, so he shouldn't lose too much. Because with all these guys getting trapped a lap down, he should still be sitting pretty on fresh tires.
Oh, absolutely. He'll be well inside the top 10, I believe. So a little bit of drama playing out here towards the end of this one. It's happens every race. I wish Coach was in here to help me commentate it. But I got Matt in here. I guess that's just as good.
But I'm not Coach.
He's got that animated voice, man. He's an announcer through and through.
Yeah, he is. That's for sure. I think after all this, it looks like if our ticker's right, we got Joey Buscemi in the 8 truck. He's sitting in first place now. But what I was thinking about earlier when we did have Coach here before Oklahoma weather so rudely kicked him out. Once you get into a race and you get settled in, you see how everybody's running and how your car's handling. We just had this new patch update with the aerodynamics and everything. And you get a guy jump out to a big league. I know me personally, I want a caution because I'm like, then that's my redo, right? I saw how it all played out on that first long run. Now we got a second run, so I don't expect a guy to break away like this from here on out because everybody's settled in and got this figured out a little bit.
And with the lower amount of laps left, there's going to be a lot of guys pushing a lot harder than what they were starting out. So these guys that might have been hanging back, saving tire to start out, I think you're going to see them pushing it quite a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, it's there's nothing to lose here. The only thing you're going to lose is, nothing. You're going to win $60, I guess it is now, and then chance to race with us tomorrow night.
And I believe you're correct. I believe Joey Buscemi is going to go to the point on this deal here. So 8 to the point. Good to see him running up there. Joaquin Meza looks like... No, he's... I'm going to wait until the lap down and everybody else gets sorted out before I start making call outs about who's where, because it's a little bit jumbled up right now.
Yeah, it is. They just delayed the caution too, so they're trying to get everything sorted back out and get these waiver rounds. It looks like half the field got waiver around there. But we got my guy Brandon Wallace sitting outside of P2, so you know who I'm pulling for.
Well, that's the commentator's curse. Brandon, if it happens and something bad goes down, it was Matt.
Oh no, buddy, he's gonna take this right here. And Brandon, if you have to, just wreck everybody. We'll deal with that later, but at least you'll get a win.
That's the kind of encouragement a guy needs right there. I like it.
Yeah, we'll blame it on the beer or something. You know, that sounds fair. Yeah, I can't tell what this is going to reset here. We got right now we're showing the 40 of Eddie Morris at P11 as the last one on the lead lap, but let's see if that changes up any.
Let's see what the ticker has as it scrolls across the top here.
You know what? I'm going to blame Magic Mike. Everything was going great until he jumped in here.
Yeah, that's a good spot to put the blame. The guy that just jumped in the booth. That's a good strategy.
And just threw money at the winner and everything. You know, he just messed it all up. I'm just kidding, Mike.
All right, well, lots are off on the pace truck, so we're going to see if they get back going green this time. Hopefully, they got everything sorted out, and we'll be able to get some more laps going here, as we're going to be going back green with looks like 16 laps to go.
So Joey Buscemi, Brandon Wallace, Chris Malcolm, Spencer Gay, Kyle Roberts, Todd Schott, Carrie Moore, Jason Day, I believe, Chud Bassett, Eddie Morris, Jesse Necula are your lead lap cars. Everybody else from P12 on back is a lap down, and here we go.
Green, green, green.
Looks like Joe Buscemi gets a pretty good jump there on the restart. Looks like the battle's going to be on for P3. Behind him is Aaron Adcock. Is looking on the outside of... Can't tell who that is off the top here.
Chris Malcolm.
Joshua Six is looking to take it 3 wide.
There you go. Yeah, they're pushing it here. We're going to be lucky if they come out of this alive here. Stay on it, Brandon. Put that traction compound on there. Let's go.
Hopefully he soaked his tires long enough as he's getting loose on the bottom. Down on the apron, coming back up. He's going to get around on the outside here, fixing to go 3 wide as he blinks out just a little bit 3 wide. He's on the inside. And looks like he's going to sell out around maybe P6, P7 as the yellow comes out again.
Oh, looks like we got one of our other guys here. Looks like Jesse Necula. That's another thing people might not understand when they're watching is you get a long green flag race. You forget what a restart is on new tires and how easy it is to get loose, and then sometimes this happens right here.
Oh, absolutely. The cold tire bug is a real thing, especially even in iRacing.
I'll try to back this up, find it real quick. Looks like a little 3 wide that didn't work out too well. Oof.
Little 3 wide, and tell you what, Jesse might have saw that truck maybe trying to come up underneath him and got the jitters a little bit. Didn't see the 084 of Carrie Moore on his outside. Tough break for the both of them, unfortunately. That's a scary ride along right there, spinning around with no way to control it.
That's about 3 F-bombs for me. If that was
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
all right. So we'll re-rack and try it all again. It's getting down to nut cutting time. So we'll see who's got it. Joshua Sexton's somebody to keep an eye out for here, as he's worked his way back up. Looks like he might be restarting P3, P2, somewhere in that area, or is he a lap down?
No, he should be right there, P3, I believe. He's course, he was
I'm
leading this whole race, you know. So
I'm showing him a lap down in P13 on the iRacing.
Oh, well, maybe he's just trying to get that lucky dog spot or get his
Trying to get the lap back the old-fashioned way or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Looks like your top three are going to be Joey Buscemi, Chris Malcolm, Brandon Wallace, followed by Todd Schott, Kyle Roberts, Jason Day, Spencer Gay, Chud Bassett, Carrie Moore, Eddie Morris, and Jesse Necula are going to be your lead lap cars. First car lap down at the moment is the 23 of Aaron Adcock.
And that's tough luck because Joshua Sexton was dominating this race before all this broke out.
Oh, he was a rocket ship tonight. That's for sure. It's a tough break for him. We'll see. The laps are clicking down on him, though. He's not going to have a whole lot of time to get anything done if he's able to get back on that lead lap. He's going to need, I would say he's going to need at least 2 more cautions to make that happen.
You know, I kind of relate it to football racing. Like, not always the fastest car is going to win the race, right? In football, it's not always the best team that wins. It's just, that's the nature of competition, man. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, you've got to have Lady Luck fall your way every once in a while.
And that probably gave Joey Buscemi about 3 F-bombs himself. So he's like, hey, I'm fast. And here we are talking about. Go get it, Joey. You can get it.
It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. That Joey Buscemi, he is fast. Chris Malcolm, I don't know if I've raced around him much. I think he came over from Thunderstruck, so I haven't been around him just a whole lot. Brandon Wallace, I've raced around a lot. You're very familiar with Brandon Wallace. Todd Schott, I think, is fairly new in the league, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty new, but he's been rattling some cages in the fun runs that I've been in. I know that, so he's pretty fast racer there.
Absolutely. So outside of Joey Buscemi, the first name that really pops for me is Kyle Roberts sitting back in that number 5 spot. So we'll see if Kyle can pull anything out here, but he's going to have a tough time getting past those top 4 because they've been showing some pretty good speed tonight.
Yeah, we're going to do, about 10 lap shootout here if they stay green.
Yeah, 10, 11 laps, somewhere in that neighborhood, and see who can come out on top, get that $60 and a chance for quite a bit more tomorrow night.
So right here, if this is me, I'm telling myself I want a clean restart. Like, I'm not going to be worried about jumping it or keeping pace with the leader. I'm going to want a nice clean restart, not spinning my tires, not letting someone get into me or me getting into them. And I'm going to worry about racing here in about another lap or 2.
If I'm Joey Buscemi, I'm worried about getting the biggest jump I can right here and getting out ahead as far as I can because there's some fast cars behind him as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like we're coming through turns 3 and 4. Pace truck lights are off, so we're going to be going green this time by. And it is going to be going green on lap 65, so 11 to go. Pace truck pulls off.
Oh,
A little bit of restart game is going on there, but Joey Buscemi ends up getting a great jump out of the deal as they're going to go 3, maybe 4 wide for P4 here.
It's like Chris Malcolm mistimed that, and they ended up costing him. He checked up when everybody else went, and now he's getting sucked back in there that 3 wide. But Joey Buscemi and Brandon Wallace pulling out front right now.
Some good racing, some tight racing going on as Joaquin Meza is trying to navigate his way through traffic.
Well, I love that shot right there. All those cars 3, 4
Just
wide,
bunched
fanning
up.
out. Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing to see. And I got to give props to you for selecting this track as a track for our All-Star race. It so far tonight has put on some great racing. As Joaquin Meza in the wall, Spencer Gay turned.
Oh no!
Cautions breed cautions, folks. Cautions breed cautions. Let's see if we can go back through and dissect what happened there.
Oh, he's still going backwards. So you hit the brake, buddy. We're gonna hear about that one later.
Absolutely.
That is some tough luck. I was just about to get excited because Brandon was going for the lead right there. What do you got here, Garrett?
It looks like Joaquin got a touch loose and saved it, and Tanner Moore had a run on the outside. I can't tell who came up and who came down, but it was light contact, but it was right there in that sweet spot that you're going to get turned when it happens.
It looked like that 08 hooked the 42, actually.
It looks like he did. Let's go on board with the 08 there if you can.
And dang it. Bear with me. The 08, what is he showing there in iRacing? Because he is not the 08 on my board here.
Let's see here.
Or maybe he is.
Driver.
Never mind.
Yeah, 08 Tanner Moore. Good little onboard action. Looks like he's going to get a run up the middle here. Looks like he held it straight, but his truck looked like it turned left to me. That one of them racing deals maybe, but
that's probably a circumstance of going 3 wide when the guys in front of you are not expecting it, you know.
Yeah, it was going to be a tight fit one way or the other.
That's a tough break there.
It's a tough break. It's going to make for a hellacious restart coming up here. And believe it or not, when the caution came out, Brandon Wallace in the 99 was at the point, so he's going to be getting the jump here.
You're damn right he is. You go get it, Brandon.
Look for nines to be running up front here. That's outstanding.
Hey, I mean, I got my name splattered all over that truck, so I'm just saying.
Well, you know, I had your name splattered all over my cup car at Martinsville and it didn't work out too well for me.
It's not something I recommend, but maybe Brandon can break the curse here.
Well, we will see how it shakes out. These cautions are it's adding drama. I love it. You're not having these guys get to the 8-second jumps like they had before whenever Joshua Sexton was at the point. Right now it really is anybody's race. Well, I'd say anybody in the top 13 because that's all it's on the lead lap right now.
Yeah, that's well, you know, we had a long green flag run, and for people like Green Flag Racing, you got to see it. Now we're going to have some action.
A little bit of door banging, a little bit of 3 wide, 4 wide. If they don't go 5 wide at least one time tonight, I might be just a little bit disappointed. This track is plenty wide enough to get it done.
Oh yeah, I think this last lap, if we get there, that's we're going to see some 5 wide. And that's where y'all need to go ahead and pick up some of that Geist Stripper Glitter Traction Compound. Best thing to use to go 5 wide, as Brandon Wallace is showing you here. But outside of him, we got Joey Buscemi in the 8. Fresh off a break here from the league a little bit, so he looks like he's ready to go. I think we got, who is that? Chris Malcolm, P3?
Chris Malcolm, P3, and Jason Day in P4. And our pole sitter, Todd Schott, is sitting in P5 at the moment, with on his outside Kyle Roberts sitting in P6.
Holy cow, man. Like, I know these guys don't have a winner championship yet, but those are some names I would not want to be mixing it up with if I was sitting.
Oh, absolutely. There are some hitters out front, that's for sure. Brandon Wallace is going to have his work cut out for him.
Now, they don't have a win in our league, but they'd probably do official. Yeah, you go ahead here, bud.
Green flag.
Green flag comes back out. Joey Buscemi gets a pretty bad restart as he gets shuffled to the middle right off the bat. Brandon Wallace with a huge jump. Looks like the battle's going to be for P2 between Chris Malcolm and Jason Day, with Joey Buscemi trying to run that inside back behind him. Kyle Roberts trying to hang on the outside best he can. Brandon Wallace is checked out by 5 car lengths out front.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there with Buscemi. I don't think he had any damage or anything. That's maybe he missed a shift. Who knows?
Might have tried starting in the wrong gear. That seems to plague a lot of people when it comes down to crunch time. Kyle Roberts looking to that high side, trying to make it stick way out wide. See if he can get a big run on these guys as they're spinning. Looks like Eddie Morris is sideways. Caution comes out one more time. Brandon Wallace is still going to have to fight for it.
Oh, boy. Well, I guess if you're going to get stuck in a caution, you might as well be in first. That's a tough break there for old Eddie.
Looks like he gets a little loose by himself. No contact was made. That Just got loose, come through that middle line is hazardous.
Yeah, he's 3 wide, just trying to hang on to it and keep it going forward, and just gets loose.
And I wonder how much is that the new aero package that iRacing has put in. They've got it where air plays a lot bigger factor in some of these things, so that could very well be a new development.
Yeah, it's possible. I haven't even had the pleasure to jump on and race yet all week because work sucks, but we'll leave that aside. So, but I've sure been reading and listening to what everybody's been saying about it, and it's I'm a little nervous. Let's just say that.
It is different. Getting around in traffic is it makes it very interesting. Last night in the Xfinity race, of course, Xfinity doesn't have much downforce to start with, but you could tell whenever somebody was close to you because you could feel your car either getting arrow tight if you're riding somebody's wake, or if they get on your quarter going through a turn, you can feel your rear end start trying to kick out a little bit.
Looks like we got some takers here on pit lane. Got the 23 on pit lane, the 111, 29 Jesse Necula.
A lot of these guys that were a little mired in traffic further back, they don't have a whole lot to lose. Jesse Necula still a lap down. Let's see, Aaron Adcock was on pits, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Aaron Adcock is sitting right now at 3 laps down, so there wasn't a whole lot to lose coming down pit road. Looks like they might be sitting there for a minute.
It looks like the 01 of Mickey Isaac. He's getting a wave around. But our man, the myth, the legend from Odessa, Texas, Brandon Wallace, is still sitting at the point. And I know for one thing for sure though that 52 Jason Day, he's new, but he's a beast. He's got a pretty high I rating. Be interesting to see what he does here.
What other series does he run in, Matt?
I believe he's another Thunderstruck guy, and they got some heavyweights over there. So.
Oh, absolutely. I made my way over there, and I run the modified primarily, but I did a few super lates, and it's an open setup, so it's a little bit different ball game than what we run here. But you ain't kidding. There's some guys out there that are just fast. They can have a setup that's off. They can take a stock setup. They can just make it work, and big props to them.
Yeah, anybody watching, if you want a very competitive short track league where you're going to improve your skills or any of that, look up Thunderstruck Super Series on Facebook or shoot us a message here on this page. We'll get you set up because Wednesday nights they do SK. Now they're in the tour mod half of that series. And then Thursday nights, super late models, open setups. And you get some pretty big names in there. It's a good time.
It is a great time, and I primarily wanted to learn. I wasn't a big short track guy, but Jason Warren, Josh Oswald, all of those guys over there, they'll help you out any way they can. Great to work with. So definitely something to, if you're interested in some short track racing, maybe you aren't the best at it, maybe you just want to learn like I was, give them a shout, man. There's nothing to lose. It's a great time.
You'll be right here on the Rebels Racing Network, too, with Zach Wettstein. Does a hell of a lot better job at this than I do. I don't know what Zach's doing tonight. Hopefully he's on a date.
Hopefully Mr. Wettstein is on a date, and his dad's in here somewhere.
Yeah, he's
let's see where Sam is in.
That much.
Sam is mired back in 13th place right now, so Dad's not worried about you right now. So Zach, do what you need to do, buddy.
Yeah, you got 4 more laps, Zach, before you kick the strippers up. Speaking of strippers, Stripper Giller Compound is going green from the point.
Another great jump by the 99 Double Down Racing Brandon Wallace. Let's see, there's 3 laps to go. This is, if we don't see another caution, I won't be amazed, but I might be a little disappointed.
We still haven't hit the green white checker yet. Oh, Jason Day making a BDE move on the inside here.
He cut down hard right there. He's going to give Brandon Wallace a run for his money. Is Jason Day to the point. Working that inside line, see if he can make it stick. Sliding up to the wall, slide jobbing it, and see if he can stay out of the wall. Got a spinner back behind him, look like. Looks like we're staying green for now. 2 laps to go. Jason Day to the point.
Brandon Wallace, and you got Chris Malcolm. P3, and I can't tell who's battling on the outside of him there. Brandon Wallace
trying to cut back underneath, just didn't have quite the run he needed. Let's see how hard Brandon sends it into this turn.
See, he's running his line here. He's not sending it in full speed yet.
He's going to save that for this lap right here as we are coming down to the white flag lap. 1 to go, folks. Next flag ends the race. Jason Day at the point with Brandon Wallace reeling him in, trying to get to his back bumper, trying to do anything he can to get there.
He's going low here. Does he have enough? Let's see.
He's got him on the quarter. That side drafting comes into play now with iRacing, folks.
Come on,
it's
buddy,
going to be it very well may be a drag race down the back or down the front stretch here. Jason Day gets a little bit loose. Brandon Wallace with a big dive to the inside.
Oh.
He's digging. It's going to be a drag race, folks. Drag race into the end. Who's going to get it?
Do not let
Oh, my gosh!
Oh, come on. Oh, God.
Oh, Jason Day gets him just on the outside. That was a finish, folks. That was one for the books. That was outstanding racing.
Oh.
Holy cow. That was fun. Matt, I'm sorry for your guy. I really am.
Oh, I feel like someone just stole my candy bar.
You can't be disappointed with the product that just happened, though. That was some outstanding racing. The fireworks blast off for Jason A. Day and that number 52 Cat Machine as he wins not only $60, but a berth in the All-Star race tomorrow night on Intensity Broadcasting. Same track, same trucks. How many laps is it tomorrow night, Matt?
Doing 100 laps, 200 miles. And congratulations, Jason. That was a hell of a race. That's just my guy. I've been waiting for him to win so long. But that was an
outstanding finish. That was great. Jason going to put on a little smoke show for us with iRacing's newly updated smoke modifications. Might get a little bit more lingering smoke for us. It looks good. It's the first burnout I've seen.
There you go. I like it. Nice looking truck, too.
We'll go down through here. Let's bring in, see if we can find Mr. Carrie Moore. See if we can bring him up and do a little interviewing. You all right with that, Matt?
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm still trying to get happy after Brandon losing, but we'll make it happen.
All right. So we'll bring in the 084 Carrie Moore, bringing home P3 tonight. Carrie Moore, Garrett Kinder, Matt Geis up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, that was a good bit of wheeling out there. How'd things go for you? How are things on your end?
Well, man, Jason followed him a lot of the race and followed in the draft trying to save some fuel. And it was exciting running that high line. These guys are really talented. I'm sweating all over right now. I don't know what to say. And it's probably 60 degrees out here, and I'm still sweating. But, man, it's a bunch of great guys. Jacob Mesa and Tanner and those guys. But I tell you what, I learned a lot tonight. These guys are awesome.
Well, y'all put on an excellent show. I enjoyed watching every second of it. That finish was something that I'm going to remember for a long time. Matt, you got anything for Mr. Moore?
Yeah, Carrie, we haven't had you around much lately, so I'm glad you made it out tonight, and I hope you had a good time. I don't know. I guess you got any shout-outs, any sponsors, anything like that?
Don't have any sponsors. I'd like to be a member of a good team, and
yeah, we can make.
And I think the league. Really think the league for having me on here. I think I got in on a last chance effort, but glad to be here. I've spent a lot of time improving, but man, I just don't know what to say. I've had a blast, and these guys are great. And there were some guys in the Accord that I took advice from, and I don't think it was Wetstein or who it was, but the track was kind of new to me in the truck, and man, I'm just glad to be here and be part of something great.
We're definitely glad to have you around, bud. Good race in the night. Congrats on your P3 finish, brother.
Thank you.
All right, next up, already up in the booth with us. He's anxious and ready to go. The 99 Double Down Racing, Brandon Wallace. How are you tonight, bud?
Man, 400 short, brother.
Oh, I'm crying, dude.
That was
I'm crying.
that was a heck of a finish. I don't know if the broadcast is going to pick it up or not, but I was yelling across the mic. I was getting amped up with you and Jason doing that drag race down the front stretch. I was happy to see it go that. I mean, happy as I could be. It's 6 to 1, half dozen the other. How did it go on your end? What kind of tire saving did you do? Or were you just driving the wheels off the whole time? What was your strategy going in?
Well, I had a caution up front, that first caution, and I slowed up, and my teammate Philip kind of ran in the back of me and punted me, and I came down and started to get repairs, and I needed a minute and a half, and so I came back around and got a quick repair, and barely came out on the lead lap, and everybody was running that high line, and I just thought, well, I'm just going to keep running qualifying times and keep putting it on the bottom, and I had more fuel than everybody, so once the pit stayed green, I just ended up in the front.
Pit strategy seemed to play a pretty big factor. Of course, with that untimely caution, trapped quite a few guys a lap down whenever it came out during the green flag cycle. Were you nervous about that whenever you're, of course, it's always in the back of your mind when you're doing green flag pit stops. How was that playing out in your mind? Were you always saying, all right, I'm going to go early or I'm going to stay out as late as I can? What was your strategy on pit stops tonight?
Well, I knew everybody, the leaders were pit about every 25 laps, and they were going to be close to the finals, and because of that caution, I'd come in with one to go and topped off, so I had about 4 or 5 more laps than everybody of fuel, so I could stay out and make it to the end, and so I was staying out later than everybody else, and then that's what trapped everybody a couple of laps, or lap down.
Well, Matt, you got anything for your teammate here, brother?
Oh, Brandon, that was a lot of fun, man, and I was sure pulling for you, and
Man,
yeah, you go ahead, bud. What you got?
I just wanted to put that number 99 stripper glitter Chevrolet in the winner's circle for you, brother. I was trying.
Oh, and I would have been stripping. I'll promise you that, because I was hoping for that, man. That was a hell of a show. But that's a hell of a finish too, though, because I knew you were going to send it in. You were going to race them hard, but it was going to be clean. And
yeah,
that's an example of how our league does it right there.
Yeah, he came down and we raced clean and hard. I give him that. He won that. I did everything I could to slow him up and try to get in front of him.
Well, it was a good race there, Brandon. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Oh man, I want to give a shout out to Matt for the league and for Joaquin and all you guys for broadcasting. Man, we sure appreciate it, and for all you guys being on this team. It sure is a good time.
Hell yeah, brother, it is. And I'll probably see you tomorrow night. I'm gonna make something happen.
All right, we'll see you guys.
All right, last but not least, for sure, the winner of $60 and a berth into tomorrow night's All-Star race, Jason Day. How are you tonight?
Not too bad, guys. How are you?
Doing absolutely fantastic. Heck of a finish with a drag race down to the end. This race, it had a little bit of everything. It had your long green flag runs, and then it had the restarts to cause a little bit of drama there at the end. What was your thoughts at the halfway point of the race during that green flag run? Were you nervous? Were you worried? Or were you just biding time?
I didn't even think I had a shot at that time. I had got damage on that first caution and lost a lot of time during the next run. And then I hit the wall again and got some damage. I had to use my fast repair before that last caution. So I didn't think I had a chance till those last late couple cautions.
Well, you put on a heck of a show. That drag race there at the end, like I said with Brandon, I was yelling, whooping, and hollering over the broadcast. I'm sure that people are going to love to hear that volume warning. But absolutely fantastic show on the night. Matt, you got any questions for us today?
Yeah, that was a fun race. I'm kind of curious on that last lap there where you guys were racing for the finish. Did you give that thing a full send, or what were you thinking there to beat the 99 of the checker?
Well, I knew he was quick, and I knew he was racing me clean, and I was going to try to race him clean. I just thought I'd keep the high line, keep the momentum up, and hoping the only shot he had was making a big run at the bottom. And if I could kind of, when he went to the bottom, kind of pinch it down a half a lane and not let him get the good run off, I could hold on to it. He almost had it. I don't know how I pulled it off.
Yeah, that was a great finish. But hey, we were also curious, how did you stumble upon our league? Are you from do you race Thunderstruck regularly? Is that what it is?
I'm part of the Five Kings Motorsports team with
There you
Tanner.
go. Okay. Yep.
All right, fantastic. So you're getting $30 of your own money.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, hey, that extra $30 is $30. Congratulations on your win tonight. You mentioned you're part of Five Kings. You got any shout outs other than that you want to give?
To do with my Five Kings Motorsports team, to you guys for a great job broadcasts and all your races. I'm really enjoying this league so far. Got MF Designs, Butt Kicker, McConey Setup Shop, and yeah, just thanks to everybody for letting me race.
Yeah, you bet.
Well-
But it's good to have you, and make sure you jump in tomorrow because you're now part of that All-Star race, and it's all of our All-Stars, and there's some heavy hitters, and there's going to be some money on the line. We got our A team with Intensity Broadcasting. Well, actually, they might be racing with us, but nonetheless, it's going to have a big audience. It's going to be a good time, so can't wait to see you out there tomorrow night.
Great, thank you very much.
All right, Matt. That was absolutely a fantastic finish to a fantastic race, really all the way around. It had, like I said before, it had everything. It had your green flag runs. It had your late race drama with the cautions coming out. What are your final thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm right with you. I was kind of getting, I was just in chill mode. I was letting you and Coach do your thing there, and the long green flag run, and I'm clicking on my camera angles, and I'm trying to open my can of Copenhagen, and then next thing you know, all hell breaks loose, and we're in a fist fight for for that checkered flag. So that was a good time, man.
It was a great time. For Coach Dedman, I want to go ahead and just apologize for that fantastic Oklahoma internet that we both have. Luckily, mine stayed around. Hopefully, Coach can get his back up and working. I don't know if it was a power outage or what exactly happened, but hopefully he's around because he's in that All-Star race tomorrow as well. But other than that, we just did 75 fantastic laps at Auto Club for the All-Star Open Challenge. Jason Day, number 52, he got a berth into the All-Star race tomorrow night, and I can't wait to see y'all there. So for myself, our broadcast producer / anchorman, Matt Geis, and Christian Coach Dedman, Garrett Kinder signing off. Y'all have a good night.